What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian, and if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering, Brian, didn't you already make an LED cluster video for the Mazda? And you'll be absolutely right. But this is just going to be a quick, short update video on this. I want to talk to you about some of the stuff that I learned since I've done that video, some of the things that you might want to watch out for if you are upgrading to that, to the LEDs on your cluster, and something to just keep an eye on, just based on my experience so far with my cluster lights. Alright guys, so if you saw my last video, and I hope you did, they give you great information on swapping your cluster to LED bulbs. And then I have my other cluster here, which I finally got some LEDs for it, so we're going to be swapping that. But basically, one of the things I learned since I've done that last video is going to be about three things real quick. So the first and most important thing from it is going to be your charge bulb. This is strictly related to the alternator. So basically the charge light is going to indicate whether your battery is charging and whatnot. So I come to find out since then that basically if you swap it to an LED, there's a high chance that your alternator is not going to be charging. And that is going to be a major problem. You don't want to be driving around. Next thing you know, you hop in the truck, it doesn't turn on. So from right now, I guess I'm going to go back into my truck. So far, I haven't noticed anything like that yet, but I have noticed that since I have a trickle charge, that when I plugged it in the other day, it did seem like my battery was low. Now, I haven't driven my truck enough for it to feel like it's been draining power or anything like that. So this might be slightly related to that bulb. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go in there and change it. So tip for you guys, if you change your bulbs, do not change the charge light. Keep that one as a factory one, and then that way you shouldn't have any problems with this. This is just based on the information I learned on the forums, on the groups and everything, so just keep that in mind. The second thing is going to be your turn signals. So far, from my experience with having the LED bulbs in there, it's been that every once in a while, it will kind of hyper flash. Now, it doesn't do it all the time. It literally just does it every once in a while. So this is going to be something that might bother you. It might not bother you. So if you want to be on the safe side, just keep the regular bulbs in there. Don't swap them to LED. But if you don't mind the random hyper flash here and there, then switching to the LED ones, it doesn't seem to affect anything else. It's just literally, I noticed that here and there that it just kind of hyper flashes. So now the third thing, and this is going to be all again more of a preference thing for you guys, is going to be your high beam bulb. The high beam bulb, some people from what I've seen kind of don't like. They feel like it's way too bright after switching it to an LED. I personally don't mind it. I think it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm usually not driving with my high beams on anyways, and especially living here in the city, it's very rare that I use it. So to me, it doesn't bother me, but it might bother you, especially if you live out in the country. You might actually use your high beams a lot more than I do. So keep that in mind. Swap it, test it out, see if that's going to be way too bright, and if it is, switch back to the regular bulb. But yeah, that's really all I have for today, guys. That's just a quick update. I want to get you guys informed, especially if you watched my last video. I want to make sure you guys know everything about it. So that's really all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.